everyone, I'm back again to do another reaction to some video that someone's asked me to react to. I forgot to write down the name of who asked me to react to this, but one of my people out there, one of my subscribers asked me to do this one, and thank you for your suggestions. I'm always grateful for suggestions. So this one is Serú Girán, a track called Viernes 3 a.m., which means Friday at 3 a.m. So we've all been there, Friday 3 a.m. Either you're just getting back from the pub or you can't sleep and you wake up or whatever. But yeah, Friday 3 a.m. I did listen to this guy before. Is it Etu Leader? Is that Serú Girán? Etu Leader? He's one of the big names, one of the ones that people are always suggesting to me. One of the, like, I think he started when he was like 17 years old or something like that. And he's like, yeah, I remember, is he the keyboard? No, that's Charlie Garcia, the keyboard guy, isn't it? Or is Serú Girán the name of the band? I think Charlie Garcia is in this band doing loads of keyboards. I remember, I could be wrong. Remind me in the comments down below. Remind me what I've remembered wrong. Because it's been so long since I've done the video that I'm forgetting all this stuff. Anyway, let's just check it out. Serú Girán with Viernes 3 a.m.
La fiebre de un sábado azul y un domingo sin tristezas. Esquivas a tu corazón y destrozas tu cabeza. Y en tu voz solo un pálido adiós. Y el reloj en tu puño marcó las 3. El sueño de un sol y de un mar y una vida peligrosa, cambiando lo amargo por miel y la gris ciudad por rosa. Te hace bien tanto como hace mal, te hace odiar tanto como querer. De música y de ideas, cambiaste de sexo y de Dios, de color y de frontera, pero en sí nada más cambiará. Y un sensual abandono vendrá y el fin, y te va a acercar.
About halfway through, let's get in before it gets off to a crescendo, whatever it's about to do. Yeah, very interesting so far. Very quiet, sort of starting off. Like, I can't understand what's being sung, obviously, because I only speak English. But I mean, I always find, even though I don't understand the lyrics, people say to me, oh, you should read the lyrics, you've got to read the lyrics. But I like just listening to the language. And, like, even though it's a language I don't know, I just find a beautiful kind of rhythm to it, even though I don't know what's being sung. Just like, it's, in a way, I'm kind of, it's like another instrument to me, because I don't know the words, I can't understand the words, but it's just like somehow the vocals, the song being in a different language, the language just sounds interesting. It kind of captivated by like different sounds from the words without actually having a clue what any of the words are or what they mean. I still kind of find that, I don't know, something interesting about it. I've always liked listening to stuff sung in other languages. I don't know why, but for a long time I've like, you know, even though I've not understood what's being said, there's just something about hearing a different language which is kind of like just interesting, and like kind of, I think because your brain doesn't understand it, so like it gets a different feel to it. So it feels like you're listening to, like, say, like an instrument, because you don't know what's being said. So it's just like vocal sounds, it's just noises, and it's just like there's still like a beautiful rhythm to language. You know, it's being sung as well. You're still picking up that nice sort of singing tone, and it's got a very like kind of relaxed, very laid back, kind of very kind of like kind of hypnotic, I suppose. I used that word before in the last video that I did, but so I feel a bit cheap by using that one again. But it's definitely got a very calming, sort of mesmerizing kind of feel to it. The little ticking clock went off there as well. I think I heard the word kvaza being said, which is beer, I believe. And obviously, it's 3 a.m. We heard the ticking of the clock taking us to 3 a.m. So maybe he's been out for a beer and he can't sleep, just as a guess. There's a nice sort of deep tone in there. There's definitely keyboards, so I think this is done with Charlie Garcia. Then there's a kind of a deeper tone, and I can't work if that's a different key set to a different tone. Excuse me, or maybe it's a bass. Sometimes you can bend the string on the bass guitar, or like run your finger down the bass, and it creates all kinds of tones like that. So I can't work if it's bass or whether it's keyboard doing that. But it sounds good anyway. So far, very gentle, very relaxed, nice. Nice tone. I get the feeling it's about to kick off into something a bit more. It sounds like it's starting to get a little bit more lively. But we'll see. I'm enjoying it so far. It's just a nice, relaxing kind of listen with like nice kind of lyrical sounding singing, even if I can't understand what it means.
Apretando bien las muelas y cierras los ojos y ves todo el mar en primavera. Bam, bam, bam. Hojas muertas que caen siempre igual. Los que no pueden más se van.
All right, is that faded out now completely? It sounded like at one point it was fading out and it got a little bit louder again in the keys. Does that sound boo 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 boo? I can't work it. It sounds almost like a horn. I'm like, is it a horn or a trumpet making that noise, or is it like a? Because you know you can program keyboards to make other sound like other instruments, can't you? So it could be that's on. And then again, it sounds to me like it's a bass, like boom boom, boom boom. But then I don't know, is it boom boom boom? And it's so it's like I have no idea what instrument it is, but you know, it all goes into the general mix of it. So yeah, it didn't get too lively. It got a little bit more lively in the vocals, but it was kind of just like a nice kind of relaxed kind of tune, kind of like it did kind of catch your attention, but it didn't go like massively crazy at any time or get into a big furore or a big crescendo or nothing like that. It was just like, yeah, it's not sort of music I listen to, as you know, as a headbanger. But yeah, it's interesting to check out. It's kind of relaxing. It has energy though, but it's just not the kind of energy I'm used to, not the raucous kind of death metal, thrash metal energy that I'm used to. But it's just got a nice kind of like, it's got the beauty of the singing, the beauty of most of the time the instruments are just like cool, relaxed, melodic, doesn't get crazy at all at any point. It's just like a nice kind of relaxed kind of vibe to it. And you can sort of like rock with it, sort of sway with the music slightly, and you got the singing over the top. It's a nice sort of beautiful kind of sounding song. And if I was going to be critical, like because of my style of music I'm normally into, it could do a bit more, could be more energetic. It could have a big crash or a bit of oomph to it. But it's just like a nice kind of relaxing vibe, like a nice chill vibe. And you can I keep last couple of videos, I've not put headphones on. I think I might go back to headphones because sometimes it's nice to have the headphones on because you can pick up little bits better than you can from. So I think I will go back to having the headphones on actually, just because you can really drift off sometimes. Headphones really kind of add to the emphasis of the song, don't they? They kind of really can, you can pick out bits that you couldn't hear before, and sometimes when you got headphones on, you'll get something come out of this ear and it goes out that ear. So you might, I just imagine that maybe the sounds come from different places once you've got headphones on. So I think I will go back to headphones in the future, especially for something like this, because I'm sure there's a lot more going on that maybe you can't pick up just from the speakers on the laptop. But no, I enjoyed that. It was, another cool song. Say, not quite as epic. If it's the Serú Girán, I think I did before, people were comparing them to Queen, saying, "Oh, this is our Bohemian Rhapsody," or it's similar to in kind of importance and not necessarily sound like it, but in reference to importance and the iconic nature of the song kind of thing. There wasn't quite so much keyboards going on in this that I could, unless it was this. It seemed like there was some piano, unless that what I thought couldn't work if it was a horn or a bass. If that was keyboard as well, because the live thing that I saw, and they did if it was the same band even, they did a TV show in the 1970s, something like that, and the guy had a piano and about 3 keyboards on top of the piano. I think it was Charlie Garcia, but it didn't seem to be sort of overly piano or keyboard heavy, unless that secondary sound was a keyboard, and I'm mistaken. And I think he sings as well. He was singing before when I saw the video of him before, I'm sure. Yeah. And the only other one I've done Charlie Garcia was later on when he was a much older man, after he'd done far too many things in his life to keep his voice as good as it could have been. And yeah, that was a live performance. That was quite interesting. Anyway, enough about that. Hopefully you've enjoyed my reaction. I can't think of anything else to say, but it was another cool song. Yeah, nice and relaxing, a nice vibe to it, a nice rhythm to it. Beautiful. Not 100% my cup of tea, but we know that. But that's the whole point of me doing these videos, is to check out stuff that I don't know. I can easily, anyone can watch stuff they do know or are familiar with more. But I kind of like checking out stuff that you suggest. So leave your suggestions down below if you've got anything else you want me to have a look at sometime in the future, hopefully. Also, always important, let me know what you think. Tell me what I've got wrong. Tell me what I've got right. Give me information that I may not be aware of. I'll try and remember it once I've read it. But I always read all the comments, and I always try and reply to all the comments as well. So, yeah, if you want to give a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you want to follow the channel, by all means, do so. It's not important because I'm never going to earn any money out of it, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a bit of fun, really. But anyway, I'm off. I'll be back again soon to do something, do another reaction probably. I might start doing polls actually. I might start setting a poll up and saying, what do you want me to react to next, and let people vote on it. We'll see how I go with that one. Anyway, cheers for watching, and I'll be back again sometime soon. And be well until I see you again.